shorter stream than normal. I got stuff I gotta do today. I gotta do laundry, I gotta do dishes, some straightening up, I gotta get Breath Edge finished up so I can get some of that upload tonight. A lot of stuff to do today. So we'll probably just be playing this for, I don't know, like an hour and a half to 2 hours or something like that. I think we head out and check out Big Daddy, see what it's got in store for us. See if we can find anything of note. Generally just a little bit of exploring. So I think we left off. Having done definitely some corpse retrieval, I remember. We did a little bit of exploring. I think I went up and raided the ranch a bit more for stuff and things. Out of coal, still a little bit to smelt. There we are. I think we got wood. We got the stone from the ranch. That's probably all still in the wagon. Yeah. Yeah, that is. Okay. So with the 20 iron, there was still the helmet to make, but that required a second head, I think. And then there was the bow that I wanted that I think also cost 20. Yeah. Also 20 there. The Drake helmet needs 2 Drake trophies. I just have the 1. A new shield. Looks like I did already get the shield. A sword would be cool, but holy fuck, holy 40 silver for a sword. Like, you kidding me? Why not just make it 300? Just be done with it. Just seems insane to me. Missed out on the end of the stream on Friday. Did we find the next boss location? No, we didn't. No. Nothing yet. We did discover, just like generally, where was it exactly? Yeah, here. Just kind of a really nice vista from atop this mountain that was quite nice looking. It just overlooked the big forest, mountain in the distance, bit of water. It looked really nice, so I spent a little bit of time just exploring that and seeing, but it ended up getting kind of nasty up here. There was, yeah, there. Just a little touch of plain, so it started getting a little bit spooky, and we fell back. The egg in the water is probably going to despawn, which, that's fine, it's whatever. But our local mountains don't have a whole lot, so I suspect we have to go to further out mountains for some good stuff. Mount Big Daddy might be far enough out, and it's also quite large, so maybe it's got good stuff in store for us. I guess we can head out straight away? Like, I don't know, melt down the rest of the iron for whatever we might need it for. Finally caved in and installed a mod that increases the map discover radius when on a ship. It would be nice to have an item that does that. Or something. Like a accessory item to equip that expands the draw distance, I guess, on the map, because yeah, you gotta be so close to the coast on the ship to really see the land there, and a lot of the biomes you don't really want to be that close to the land, so I don't wholly agree with it the way it is now. Yeah, shit, I think we just head out straight away. Like, there's not a whole lot of stuff to do here at home. It's all just kind of whatever. Yeah, like a spyglass accessory. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if a spyglass is, like, the most accurate thing ever, but I'm not even sure if I really care. Food-wise is okay. We got a bunch of serpent stew still. A little bit of turnip stew. Just a little bit, though. I think I'd like to make a few more sausages. And some more jam would be cool, but I don't know if I have enough. Yeah, no, I actually need more red berries, surprisingly. I'll make a few more of this. But I think we leave it at that. We keep a kind of loose eye out for just general berries. Like, I kind of need to just keep up on foraging all the time, always. That's kind of how it's going. And I think it's going on nighttime now, but I'll head out regardless. We'll see how it goes. Valkyrie, hello, hello. How you doing today? Yeah. You know what? I'll take both of those picks. God, it's gonna be like really terrible at nighttime when I get there, huh? Ah, well. I think we'll deal with it. I need more heads and stuff anyway, so it kind of works out. If there's like 1,000 drakes up there, that's kind of okay. I did a little bit of stuff on the non-stream save as well. Not really enough to super duper show off anything. I mean, maybe at the end of the stream, perhaps, but there's really not a whole lot going on there. Haven't really progressed much. Will I ever play RimWorld again? I don't know, maybe if it updates. That's, RimWorld's just, when you play enough of it, you get too annoyed with everything about it, and not a single damn thing about it is actually fun anymore. It's just annoying and aggravating, and makes me want to play literally anything else. And anytime I touch RimWorld, YouTube just explodes, but then if I do anything else, it just dies. So I'd rather it just stay dying and maybe possibly revitalize it with something that I actually enjoy playing. Like, even if RimWorld updates, I'm not even sure if I'd play it, honestly. Like, it's just in such a shit state right now. It's just like Kenshi to me, where it's just like, it was cool at the time, it was great at the start, but I started getting annoyed by things, and I can't get past how annoying it is to do anything anymore. Valkyrie doing great. Had an internet-free day yesterday. Not your idea, but yeah. How you doing today, and how was your weekend? Yeah, doing all good today. Tired, but doing well. Weekend was great. Good progress in Warcraft. We got, we finished up Castle Knot 3 on Heroic, which was quite nice. Next up, Mythic plus 15 on everything. Still missing a few for that. I think the goal for tonight was to do at least a couple more. Not entirely sure if anything is set in stone yet, though, or not. Started a cannibal psycho colony yesterday just for the lulz. I mean, with food being regularly delivered to you, it works out. But yeah, you gotta be psychopaths so you can deal with it. It's so rough to be cannibalistic in RimWorld otherwise. My disgruntled attitude towards RimWorld / this colonist is what makes a series for you, so it's a shame but understandable. Yeah, no, it's just balancing between what I enjoy doing and all that. Which it sucks though, because like so many people, apparently the way I play RimWorld is like really, really cool for people. But I can't anymore. I don't enjoy it. And I don't want to just play something that I don't enjoy. You know, I don't know, at some point maybe I need money enough and I kick off a RimWorld series and I do a couple more RimWorld battle things because those got views. And I mean, honestly, if I were to do RimWorld again, it would be because there was a really huge update that I think actually genuinely changed gameplay. Or I need the money, and I'm hoping it brings in views for ad revenue. That's it. That's literally it. That's the only reason I think I'd ever be touching RimWorld again. Honestly. I more see me running out of money and needing money, and then doing it for ad revenue to bring people back in. Because I don't see the game ever really having a huge major update. I know there's stuff planned. That's a bit obvious, but is it actually going to be good / worthwhile / actually change the gameplay? Or will it just add more on? I don't know. Why can't they just get used to it? Like, they should be able to develop the trait. It's an acquired taste, you know, with cannibalism. I don't know. I feel like people being desensitized generally would be a nice thing for the game. He tried to kind of do a thing where if your colony's in shit shape, they'd have low expectations, so everybody's mood is a bit higher because of that. But it doesn't really do enough, I think. What it looks at to determine that is a bit garbage. You still got the things where people are just like, I didn't eat at a table because there wasn't a table within 20 tiles, and it's like, well, clearly you didn't care enough. The way you would want to do it is every colonist being generated with some sort of a backstory through a combination of traits and then just RNG and stuff. And depending on their backstory determines how strongly they feel about one thing or another thing. Like for me personally, eating without a table, I don't give a shit. I don't mind crossing my legs and sitting on the floor and eating. I don't care, especially if I've got a town to build still. But other people might be like, no, that's really stupid. I want at least a table. I want to sit. I want to relax. And some people would throw an absolute fit and they'd rage and say that that's like way beneath them and stuff. Like it varies. You can't just have one moodlet for everybody. Is it easy to do? Sure. But does it make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. It's just a matter of that was the easiest way to do it at the time and he never got around to expanding it at all. It's just... that's how it is. Found a stew mod that negates the mood debuff of eating human meat. Why not just remove the moodlet then? Or next question, why not just eat normal meat and pretend it's human meat then at that point? It's so strange. Another thing with RimWorld that I don't understand, which is more targeted toward the player base and nothing targeted really toward RimWorld itself, is the major fixation on drug colonies and why drugs are so funny and why people always want to be drug salesmen and stuff. I don't get that. I always got requests for like, make a cannibalistic drug colony. Everybody's on Luciferium and makes drugs. It'd be so funny. No, it'd be boring as fuck. We're just sitting at a crafting table all the time. Like, what? Why? Is this wind ever going to change direction? Man. I'm going to be like here when it changes direction at this rate. Prefer to eat like an otter, plate on your belly and you on your back. Sure, why not? I mean, to each their own. Oh, okay, no, it did change a little bit. I'll take that. Better than nothing. I am the table. Would you mind having other people eat off your belly? Like, just you are the dining table and everybody just sort of doing their own thing. You got some food on your legs and some on your stomach and chest and maybe like some grapes around your neck, some cheese on your forehead, and people just like building their own sandwiches and stuff off of food across your body. Would that be okay? Is that a +5 moodlet for you? It's just RimWorld's a cool game. I think it's a really great game still. I think people should definitely buy it and play it, but it's just simply not a game that you can play for over 1,000 hours and still find enjoyment in it. That's it. That's all. Like my experiences with RimWorld are so much of a minority that most people can still just play the game and have an absolute blast with it. And for the money that I spent on it, I do hugely enjoy it. I think it was definitely worth it, and I highly recommend it to anybody. But I'm at the point now where I've played so much of it that I can't get over the little minor inconveniences that are everywhere throughout the game. You don't want to comment on that? With the Krug gas emote? Oh god, what a cursed face that is. So +20 mode then, okay, got it. Wink wink. Yeah, there's not a lot of games that you can play for so long and get enjoyment out of it. Like I don't hold it against RimWorld like how dare the game not keep my interest after so long? What the fuck, it's so garbage. Because some people do that. Yeah, wind's changing a little bit more again. Good, 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 good. And I don't understand how people can do that. Like, how could you be so close-minded that you don't see that you don't enjoy it anymore because you've done it for thousands of hours? Like, it was still a good game. I still have good memories. I still had a really good time with it, and the money that I spent on it was like 30 bucks, I think, at the time. That's totally fine. 30 bucks for, God, probably over 2,500 hours, definitely. I think on Steam I've only got like 400 hours, but a lot of what I played was the Send Owl version, which was off Steam. It was the pre-order copy of the game that you would get. Every update, you'd get an email from Send Owl with your download links. You get 7 downloads of it. I don't even know how many hours I have. Like, it might be 4,000, 3,000, maybe even 6,000. I don't know. Too much. Too many hours. So yeah, just massive burnout, which I think is fair. Was good while it lasted, though. But I thought with the Brimble Royalty update, like, oh, this might change the gameplay enough, and to a degree it did. It re-sparked my interest, but I kind of just immediately burnt out from it again. So it's just sort of a diminishing returns type thing, which is why I say that if I ever were to play it again, probably just for the ad revenue. Whee! Thank you, Wave! Dude, I feel like a god of the sea right now. Holy shit. Riding in on waves actively. Tremendous. So where is a good docking point? I suppose Black Forest, it's a bit safer there, certainly. 565 hours on Steam, more than I thought. I don't even really have a guess for the Sendel version. Like, I say a couple thousand hours, but dude, I spent so much time. Oops. So much of it. Definitely my most played game ever in my entire life. Which is saying something, because young me played a lot of the same game. I've mentioned it before, but I was very much one of those players who you start a game and you want to do everything like 100% perfect and get super immersed into the world and all that, and then the next day I kind of lose track of where I was exactly, so I start again and it's like, okay, this time for sure. It's just over and over and over again. God, I can't tell you how many times I played the start of Half-Life 2. Being like, I'm gonna pick up that can. I'm gonna do it so good. Maybe this time he'll be proud of me. You stupid, dumb idiot. He doesn't give a shit about you. But I try. I thought maybe this time I walk off the ship and a sectoid doesn't blast my ass. You moron. Hello? I heard that. Oh, you're there. Hi. I'm a bit sad that I've sort of transitioned into mace. I'd like to use the knife because I really like the whole, like, the parry bonus damage and all that, but it's sort of just like, why do that when you could just hit the guy? And then not to mention the fact that a lot of the time, where I am now, things are resistant to pierce and slash, and blunt's the way to go anyway. I'm wet. The buff does not stack, right? So because I'm wet, we should still be freezing when we go in here. Yep. So we gotta dry off a little bit. Okay. It'd be kind of cool for the buff to stack, though. Like, if you have multiple things that make you resistant versus frost, you know, like I got level 2 frost resistance, so I'm good to go into a level 2 freezing biome then without any penalties. Dram Rabbit, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, other than WoW, yeah, I kind of forgot. WoW's a game too, huh? Yeah, I've got literal years of gameplay in World of Warcraft. Like, actually years. In-game. That doesn't count, though. Warcraft's not a game. Spent at least 20 hours in the first map of Half-Life killing the scientists and guards with cheated weapons. Okay, well, I didn't do that. I wasn't ever really one to mod anything. I was actually really against mods. When I played the RimWorld Medieval mod, I did a series on that. That was kind of my first time really ever playing with anything modded. Like, in any significant way. I was always against modding. I never liked it, because mods were often really imbalanced, looked terrible, just didn't blend with the world at all whatsoever. What's this Venus doing here? Ow. Was a mess. And I didn't like it at all. So I never bothered with it. Just really bad first experiences, I guess, but... So I would always just get really immersed into the world, you know? I'd, you know, sort of put your head up, put on these cheap shit headphones, and just ignore the world around you, and just get sucked in. That's my favorite. I still do that sometimes today. My wife and I will just be like, let's just hang out today. It's like, okay, cool. You know, she had a stressy day at work. We had stressy times at Warcraft. It's just generally just, let's just do our own thing. And it's cool. So we do that. So I just put my head up, headphones on, and just mute out the entire world and just get sucked into something. Darkest Dungeon. Played a bit of that. God, I think I even have a stream of it. I'd kind of be into doing more Darkest Dungeon at some point, but my biggest caveat with Darkest Dungeon is the mid game. I feel like there's a massive block, like 70% of the game is just a grind, just a bit of a mindless grind at that. It's just, I need to get my dudes leveled up, I need to get money, I need to upgrade buildings, and there's not a whole lot of immediate reward. It's all stuff you have to do, but you don't really hugely notice it straight away. And all the while, you're risking the lives of these people that you're training up, and if any of them die, it usually puts you behind again. I don't know how much it's changed. This is based on really old information when I last played it. There you are. I don't know if that's still the case today. I assume so. Because it starts off and it's like, oh man, this is really intense and like really tactical gameplay and everything, and it's rewarding when you manage to clear a dungeon and you get back home and it's like, oh fuck, let's recuperate and rest and stuff. And but then after that, there's kind of nothing. It sort of fades away after that a bit. I should really try to crouch more. These things spot you from so far away. What am I doing? My finger twitched. My finger twitched and I turned into one of those superhero movie archers who just machine guns arrows out. Alright. Nice. Good deal. So. Any heads at all or anything? I guess I could put on a helmet, huh? I don't really need my light on. Big land. Okay. I did also, on the non-stream save, I did take out Bone Mass. I found freezing arrows worked out fairly okay against him. It's an option. It requires you to go into the mountains and get a bit of obsidian and stuff, but that's not too bad to do. Especially if you're a bit sneaky. You can sneak attack crit a lot of the drakes and just take them out. It's a shame that parrying their projectile doesn't do anything to them. It's weird that parrying projectiles does anything to anybody. Oops. Didn't think that'd kill them. But if it were to follow suit, parrying their projectile should, like, kind of ground them for a little bit. Do I have health for you? 81.9. Yikes. I don't even know if I have a weapon for you, really. I might just ignore you. I don't know, let's go for it a bit here. The silver shield, it's doable. Just need to get some stamina regen. Yeah, the drakes really don't drop their trophies much. I think it's a bit rare for them to drop their trophies. Oh, that's a hit. GG! Some stone. Oh yeah, crystals, right. That's the thing they dropped. Don't care enough. Hit him right in the pebbles, yeah. Yes, indeed. You find drakes fine, the wolves always get you. With what now? Just like take, because the drakes don't really do a whole lot of damage. They're more just annoying than anything. Well, I think I need wolf fang still, actually. At least for upgrades. For all the one meat. A bit of surface silver. I mapped out one of these also on the non-stream save. It kind of makes a, almost like a cross, like a T-shape type thing, with a bit of bend to it. I heard that. There's a wolf out there still. Grandmaster Apple, hello, welcome. Have finally made it? Welcome. How you doing? How you been? More importantly, what time is it for you where you are? A lot of people who finally catch my streams are usually just like, it's 2 a.m. where I am, and they're just awake for God knows what reason and just happen to catch it. Yeah, like a 3-armed starfish. Yeah, that's what I encountered as well. That's just the general shape of it. It's like a cross, but it's missing one end. Rather than it being a big bulbous whatever thing like copper is. So it's a bit easier to mine it with that in mind, and it also makes it easier to detect with the ground scanner type thing, because it takes up more surface area this way. Used to watch remote series. It is 2 a.m. Hey, I'd like to say you win a prize, but we're fresh out, I'm afraid. How are we doing for space? Getting there. 36 stones that I've got, though. That's a bit extra. 2-star wolf from behind. You think it's just 2 regular wolves, suddenly 80 plus damage in the booty. Yeah, that happened to me once. They do, a base wolf does 70. A 1-star wolf would then be doing, what, 95? So a 2-star wolf would be 140. And then with the armor to mitigate, it's still like, ow, even if you had good food. Still a very painful experience, man. It's not comfy. Okay, we'll move on from that. That was quite nice. I don't think I mark it though because we've got closer silver. And Mount Big Daddy's mark, I suppose we can move to like up here or so. A little more accurate. Which ore veins would collapse if you fully mined the stone around them? You mean just abide by gravity? Or just like, I've cleared you and completely unearthed you and it just poofs into the material? Bit silly that skeletons are here everywhere. I'm okay with though. I feel powerful. Feel strong. Ah. I'm good at aiming, I promise. It's just sometimes their momentum and stuff just goes away because they're mid-turn. And I feel like the game doesn't do their flying justice. Just a gland, I think. Alright. To those ruins, I guess. South-ish. Or so. I was at the plains once or twice. It's been rough every time I go there. Thought I saw a second one on the right. Might just be a branch though. Hey, back up to run skill 50. It took a little bit. The knives are disgusting. You do the middle click from sneaking against a troll, you'll one-shot it. Tremendous damage from them. It's just when you get to swamp, nothing's really weak to it anymore, and especially bone mass. It's like I don't really want to use a knife here. That's a bit poopy. Two hits, you're stunned for all eternity, and then we finish you off. So that's that one. There was another one... yeah, there. Got killed by a death skeeto. Yeah, they got nerfed a little while ago. I guess they were really strong before. Now they're a bit squishier. A bit of a glass cannon type enemy. It's just rude when they sneak up on you, on your boat, when you're a little too close to shore, and there's actually 3 of them. A little less cool then. Give me your head, you bastard. Well, Big Daddy ain't lying. It's big. It's a big mountain. Ugh. Happy to have it. I just don't know. Ooh. Oh, what exactly I'm after. Never mind, found it. It's motor. Is there a way to sustainably make sausage? Sustainably? Not really. But the thistle's gonna be the limiting factor for sure. And that respawns. So you just, like... It actually got by Mount Legitimate, it turns out. Just keep an eye out for it. Always grab it. All the time. Always. Never not grab it. Maybe don't run out of your way for it, but always grab it, because that will always be the limiting thing for it. So, I mean, we're going on nighttime. I'm already kind of done with this because I found what I wanted. There's eggs like everywhere if I need more. Every time you get distracted by something, we learn something new. Yeah, I found it, yeah. It was just at the base of that tower just there. He's out by Mount Legitimate. Or she, maybe. I'm not sure. I think it said the females were the more aggressive ones, so I'm assuming this is just like a female cliff racer or whatever we're calling these. So, maybe she. Motor means mother, so you're gonna assume female. Hey, look at that. Where'd you projectile your loot? Oh, okay. Their corpse sort of just like gains momentum and flies at you. It's a little distracting. I always expect the loot to be a bit where they died. The glowing stones cannot be harvested, or if they can, I don't know how. They don't really get hit by anything, so I don't think they're... I think they're just there to light it up so you can see where eggs are a bit easier at night. It seems they didn't want to make the egg to be a hard thing to find. Which kind of tells me that I need multiple to summon Mother. I would like to think just one, because they're so fucking heavy. But, you can also just kind of deposit stuff into the summon. So... I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. I know where it is, though, and that was our goal. And I got a little bit of silver, which is a nice bonus. Quite happy with that. I didn't mark where that was because I didn't intend on really farming it at all. That went through you. We all saw it. Just a big hacker is what you are. I found getting iron to be less annoying than getting copper, but I also had a really bad copper experience, so that might just be me. But I didn't really mind clearing crypts. I don't know, it was a little more engaging than just sitting there mining copper and being assaulted by a million Grey Dwarf enemies that you two-shot. It's more of an engaged experience, kind of like tree chopping at the start of the game, or hunting for deer for the leather and stuff at the start of the game. There's more engagement going on there. The copper just takes fucking ages to get. It feels like you're there for the entire day and you get maybe 3 of it, because it doesn't even always drop it. I've had the rent a few times, but man, every time it needs to be said more. So awful. Need to be getting at least 1 copper per mine through a copper ore. It just takes too long to mine otherwise. I think I heard a werewolf, so I'm just gonna keep running. Yeah, 0 to 4, quite often 0. It's not even really a bell curve in my experience. Not a good time, because then you got 10 where it's just like, oh look, a bit of 10. I'll mine that, and grats, you've gotten like 4 tin from that. Oh look, another one, because they spawn in clusters and they're just fucking everywhere. Like right here, just these 4 bits here, this is probably at least 12 tin. At least, likely more. Probably closer to 40. And guess what? That's, or not 40, 20. 10 per 20 of it, which turns into 20 bronze because you only need 1, and it's copper that you need 2 of. It's all messed up. It's all weird. Nobody likes it. Nobody enjoys it. If they say they do, they're lying. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Biggest problem with crypts is going into them alone and getting whacked by a 2-star elite Draugr. Oof. Don't think I had that. I did have one where I walked in and there was immediately 2 Draugr and a slime, like right in front of me, but that was also because there's a spawner in the next door room. That was a bit rude, but I didn't really have many issues with it. Was kind of okay overall. Mount Legitimate by chance, are you, by the way? Yeah, that's kind of the Bone Mass Runestone. Kind of, a little bit. I mean, it's not a great distance for corpse running, but it's something. And just pour it through and rip it down and move it a bit. Vision. First couple times you try to get copper, a grayling horde came out of the tree line, beelining it for you. Just kind of stopped. I always had... I had 1 copper that was in kind of a nice clearing. Mining that was no problem. It was pretty chill. One time there's a troll there, but that's just how it is. I'm 90% convinced that trolls typically spawn around copper, not necessarily where their caves are. And the... after that, I went into the Black Forest, which is a bit of a trip. It took a little while getting out there because of just where I had my base originally. And when I tried to mine that, I often ended up doing it at night, which I never really made the connection of nighttime is dangerous, don't be out at night, because things aren't dangerous early on, it's just kind of whatever. So what would end up happening is I'd be out there at night, and then suddenly I'm just being assaulted by like droves of greylings nonstop, constantly. It's just like, oh, here's a shaman and 2 goons. Oh, here's a group of 4 goons. Oh, here's a brute and 2 shamans. It's like, where's all this garbage coming from? And I couldn't mine. It was too much. It was constant. I never had stamina. It was so frustrating. So I ended up building a house out there with a bed and campfire and everything. And a little spot to park the wagon. And I tried to just sleep through the night then, but that kind of, it still took ages. Like, it's all just poop. Man, I can't see shit with this fog. I think we lost it. Typically you see it splashes out in the distance. Oh, hi. Found it. Right there. I saw you splashing. You're over here somewhere. Somewhere. Oh. Come on, man. I want your meat. Apparently they dropped something else on land, but I don't really care too much about that. I really just want the food. That's it, that's all. Oh, hey. Really? Oops. Hey, you'd better run. Can I loot yet? Do I have a minute? Man, that's a lot of food here. Something you actually ended up doing is placing workbenches through the entire swamp. What I did in my non-stream save is I used the hoe and I kind of flattened out a path. Plopped on a workbench periodically with a torch. And just create a little bit of light, but I made just kind of like a safe way that way. And then sometimes you get those flame geyser things. I'd always just like put up a wall so that I block line of sight with them if my my path went a little too close to them. That's what I ended up doing. Worked out pretty well. I can recommend that. Okay, how about this? Let's just do it this way. Because it's gonna be weird about turning as it always is. This fucking boat. Okay. Om nom nom. Get some stamina back quick. Whoa! Oh yeah, my inventory's full. Hold on. Hold that thought. Right there. I gotta put the silver away. For some reason I thought I already did that. I'm tired, okay? Jeez. That'll be enough. Whoa. Tried to kill the fire by shooting arrows at it, but they all missed. Oh god. Really? You're new here even. Like what the fuck? How is Lithrandal even here today? How'd they already get to you? What's happening? What's going on here? Who sent you? Oh god. Yeah, that way. Right? Yes. Okay. Oh, workbenches prevent spawns. Anything prevents spawns. All player-built structures work to prevent spawns. Doesn't even have to be a workbench. Just anything. So, I like torches. It's been a pretty nice calm thing on my non-stream save. I also made a little tree house, which is quite nice for bone mass. Because I needed to place down like a cool respawn point just in case I died to bone mass. And the terrain didn't really have a suitable spot for it, so I had to build a tree house. It looks quite nice. There's like this, the traits that you can't down. There's a really nice like sideways one, basically, like it fell over at one point in time. So it just turns into a nice gradual ramp. So at the end of that, I built like stilts and used the diagonal beams as a support. And man, this little tree house looks cool. I like it. I might show off a little bit of what I've done on the non-stream save after this. It hasn't really been a whole lot though, I'm sorry to say, but a bit. Swear it's just me and you, Hopsqueak. Me and you against the world. Ah, jeez. Feels that way sometimes. I'm not 100% sure that torches count as a player-built structure to prevent spawns, because it is considered furniture by the game, and I don't know if that 1000% counts, but a loading screen tip tells you, that's my source, the loading screen tip tells me that player-built structures prevent spawns. So a lot of different things should work for that. I'm not 100% sure on torches, but on my non-stream save, in my experience, torches seem to also work. It's been really calm and quiet. Nice gentle paths. Leeches seem to just, I think leeches aggro on from forever away. They just seem to always be around, but they're in the water, so if you hoe up the terrain a little bit to make a dirt path, it's not really a problem at all. Distant Minecraft music from the torches everywhere. Gotta keep the light level up. It seems to work though. I don't know. The game's got a tip about it, so I thought, yeah, fine, I'll try it. Leeches just don't care. Can't get them to not spawn. Yeah, I think they lock on and aggro from ages away, like just while outside. Kind of like the cliff racers in this. They're just, if you spot them, unless they're a distant pixel in the fog, then they can probably see you if they turn their head, and they'll come at you. And I'm assuming leeches are the same way. They don't really make a sound when they aggro though, so they're just always around. That dock we could ignore, but would like to see if I can find those 100 nails while we're here. I got space for them. From when we disassembled a ship, the nails I hadn't picked up. I was standing right in the middle of the ship when I broke it. That's where all the stuff spawns, and somehow we just didn't catch it, I guess. Didn't notice until I was back home. What's a cliff racer? Like an angry goat? In the Elder Scrolls Morrowind, around, what, Black Mountain or whatever it was called, right? Something like that. This big, massive mountain area in the middle that encompasses a good 40% of the map. Filled to the brim with these things called cliff racers that are like winged serpents with a long tail. They're always just flying around. They always aggro on. They don't really make much of a sound when they aggro, just when they attack. And they're damn near always blighted. So you just be minding your own business and suddenly, thump, you take damage. You're blighted now, which is a pain to remove. And it's super annoying to have. And you look up and there's just one of these dumb fucking things flapping over your head. God, it's so annoying. Just the worst. Hate cliff racers. I think that was Morrowind, right? Pretty sure. Looking for nails. I dropped a contact lens somewhere in this area. Everybody stop, don't move. Help me find it. You want to help me too? Might be a little further in the water, I don't know. Yeah, you look that way, I'll be over here. I mean, there's wood here, but I think that's from just trees and stuff. And they sink, so they wouldn't be floating, so I should see them beneath the wood if they are there. Man, I don't see them at all. Hey, Marty, how you doing? Just checking how far I am in the adventure, still trying to avoid too many spoilers, if we could say that. I am in the penultimate phase before the content ends, currently. I've marked the location of the penultimate boss. And just kind of gearing up to get ready for taking that out. Yeah, I don't see them anywhere. Like, not even out deep. That's a shame. That's 10 iron gone. That's annoying. There's a Skyrim DLC mission where you meet the ghost of the guy who exterminated cliff racers. Do we get to have a beer with him? Man, that sounds great. Had an issue when you broke your boat, you only got one of each thing? So like, what, one nail? Of 100? That's garbage. Like, that's not even 10. Like, you can't... What do you do with one nail? Yeah, well. That's okay. We still got a bit of spare iron back at the, back at home. That last swamp run that I did where I cleaned up past me's, laziness. Ended up getting plenty of iron from it. Like, we still got 26 iron, I think. Somewhere around there. Should be plenty. How you doing, King Skink? Marty, hope you're doing well as well. One nail, one plank, one deer hide was all you peeved. That's annoying. that's really annoying. I'd almost rather not have nails rather than get just one. Because even if I store it away and save it up, everything uses nails in increments of 10, so there'd always just be 81 nails, 41 nails. Ugh, like a constant reminder. Shafted. Things don't spawn into crop fields, so you're thinking about making everything a crop field? What, with like just, what's it called? Cultivating. If you have everything cultivated ground, or did it actually have to be where plants are planted? Because if you could just cultivate the ground, I mean, that makes things quite easy as well. Everything would look very Factorio, but maybe that's okay. That if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. How much meat did I get from the serpents, by the way? 13 of it. Okay. So I don't really feel too bad about using some serpent meat just like out and about nowadays, because that's a good amount. And it lasts so long. It lasts pretty much the entire day. Super duper good stuff to have. Quite happy that we found that second serpent there. What are we doing now, though? Obviously melting down silver, making things. I definitely want the bow. I guess just upgrading my chest and legs a little bit then also. Not a whole lot of preparation I really have to do. It seems like iron is like a really quick tier to get through. Or silver rather. Pretty fast. It's like I know what I'm doing almost. I don't, but it's like I do. And if it looks impressive, then maybe I can pretend to be impressive and people think that I'm good at this. Like, wow. People should watch this guy. He knows how to steer a boat. Yeah. Unless I make the sword. Yeah, if I make the sword, then we're just out of everything. Probably skip the sword. Although, watch as this turns out to be like an undead dragon, so this sword would actually be a really cool thing to have. I don't think it will be, though. What's the word on the bow, though, by the way? Because it does a little bit of poison damage. I'm assuming that leaves a poison dot. Although just, like, not much damage, but still a small dot. Or is it just static added on damage of poison type? Because I'd like to fire poison arrows through that. And I'd like to see if that kind of mixes together. And if it does, then I'd like to just have fire and poison arrows being fired out of the bow. Kind of at all times. And we'll just bring stuff down that way, you know? Sort of my thought. Last week, oh no, a serpent! This week, oh good, a serpent. Ladies and gentlemen, climbing the power curve. Yeah, the serpent was scary in my raft with the basic wooden bow and also basic wooden arrows? Maybe flint arrows. I'm not 100% sure. Not much though. It was pretty scary then. But we advanced a little bit. There's some fuel for you. We've got another cool bee place. Might be too cramped here. They claim to be happy, and you're happy. Must be. Well, okay then, if you say so. I guess serpent flesh we can start smoking. Or grilling, whichever. Because it takes ages. Crops might all be done too. Would like to try to keep them in sync if I can. Your Discord would like to post an image of something you built in Valheim. Which channel should be appropriate for that? If it's something that we've kind of already seen, like it's not hugely spoilery. Like, if it's spoilery, then throw it in spoilers, obviously. Otherwise, general chat is fine. Off-topic memes is really for, like, the very off-topic, like, here's a random thing that I found on 9gag, and just, like, some GIF that doesn't involve any conversation at all whatsoever. That's what that's for. But otherwise, general chat's fine for everything, unless it's really spoilery. How's the flesh doing? Is it coal yet? No, thankfully. I was thinking about it, though. Meow. So it seems like we don't really know how the bow works exactly. At least I don't see an answer anywhere for that. So we'll find out. Because I think that'd be quite okay, especially if the poison damage kind of adds on. Get it? There we are. That's all the silver. Grab the coal, polish it off a little bit more, and then throw in one more extra because it's always out of sync slightly. Takes like 2.08 coal, or 1.08 coal per thing. Or no, you got 2.08 coal. Something like that. Like, it ain't fucking much. You gotta have 21 coal in there to melt down all the stuff, it seems. Quite annoying. And with that, we can sleep. That'll definitely be the farm caught up. Look at us doing stuff, man! Fire pit's huge. Can you even cook on that thing? That bonfire thing? No, not really. I think Valkyrie found a couple pixels, if you're really sneaky, that you can fit the cooking station standard grilling thing. But otherwise, nah. It's just there to keep you warm from afar, and it doesn't mind being out in the rain. Okay, I had a bit of extra coal on it this time. I don't know. Pay no mind to me. I'm just talking noise, apparently. Okay. Can make more charcoal. And, oof. A little more silver than I thought I had, actually. Okay. I thought I would just have 40. You posted the pic. Is it a spoiler thing? Ah, and off-topic memes. Oh, look at that. That's cute. Hooah. Patio furniture. Nice. God, what a thick umbrella that is. It's nice though. It's cool. Oh yeah, nice railing there. Good safety. Osho will like that. Too many torches for my liking, but generally quite nice. Not bad. Well done. Ugh, this rain. What the fuck? $10 bark, 20 silver. Right, I need more guck, don't I? I think I can just port for the guck, though. I can port for that. That's not a huge problem. Okay, while we're here, crystals, wherever those are going. A couple more wolf fangs. I'll take that. Grandmaster Apple. Off to Lurking Land. Good night. Look forward to hanging out when you get the chance. Yeah, good to have you, man. Don't skip out on sleep, though, on my behalf. Peace. Thanks for stopping in, though. Good to have you. Nice to meet you. Have a good night. Out of wood. Oh, it's always something in this. What, are we in Texas? What the hell's this rain all about? Suddenly it's like perfectly clear. Hey, there it goes. Took it a minute. So, serpent flesh. Mushrooms and honey. Oh god, I'm almost out of red mushrooms? Oh no. Okay. I'll just make a few then. So I still got some red mushrooms for other stuff. Got a whole stack of it. Looking good, feeling good. The wolf fang away with that. The wood can... I guess back into the wagon. That's okay. Yes. Let's mind the farm. And then I think we can still port out... I guess to Elder and get more guck. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be okay. So many turnips. Ugh. Exhausting doing all this. Holy shit. I need a farmhand. I need help with all this. So we did 6 turnips. Gonna be gone for so long probably that it doesn't really matter how I plant them, I suppose. We'll go with 6 seed carrots as well. See about keeping them together-ish. And then whatever I can plant of this stuff. Tim some great dwarves, make them do it? I don't know. This is all too close. That's okay. They'll figure it out. God, or will they? They're like all it. Okay, it's figuring out which ones it can actually grow first. It's still working on it. It's gonna say, like, God, all of them aren't wanting to grow. What the hell? I could eat another bite, but I don't wanna. Do all the digging, and I also get cuddles. Oh, bunnies. For bunnies, not grey dwarves. Okay. I thought you meant grey dwarves. Yeah, no, that'd be okay. I'd be up for that, I guess. Red mushrooms for the carrots as well, but meat for the turnips. Turnip stew, and then we can swap out. He gets Queen's Jam for this. I do still need to see about taming a thing. I've yet to really try. Okay. So a bit of wood to get by for building structures and such. And we're heading to Elder, I guess. This is currently hooked up to bone mass, which doesn't help me too much. Elder, right? Claims to be Elder. I think I took down Elder. But if bone mass works, then that's fine too. I'll X that out. Doesn't seem to work. Yeah, I think I took down Elder before. Took it apart and moved on. So, gunk. Oh, please, go away. Get out of here. Gonna be a bit rough finding it during the day, though. Thankfully, we don't need a lot, though, if we do find some, because it can drop anywhere between 1 and 3, I think. So maybe we get lucky, and after just a few of breaking them open, we already have enough, then we can go back. I'm a ninja. You saw nothing. Not worth. So yeah, non-streamed, it was like a tree like this, just like a big fucking branch sticking out through that I was able to build on the tip of. That was quite nice. Do you even see gunk during the day? Now I'm starting to question if I can even see it during the day. Or if there's just none here. Maybe I have to be out by the coast of it or something. Maybe it needs, you know, sunlight or something. I don't know. tame a troll, pick up everything in just one swing? That'd be great. Oh my god. It could bring me wood. They apparently do great hunting, so it'd like take out boars and stuff for me. They just accumulate gold like they're natural merchants. I mean, it'd make life so much easier if I had a little troll pet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking also, was gunk by the coast. The only time I noticed it as well. Just don't really know what the logic is for that. But, Burlings. Or Surtlings, rather. Burlings are the little hobgoblin dudes, right? They just kind of explode sometimes, and I'm not 100% sure why. That's just a thing they do. Wasn't sure what I expected, if anything. Oh. Oh, come here. Awa. So, gunk. It's just one of those swamps that just doesn't have gunk. No, turn, you fool. Ugh. Just you get swamps like that where sometimes they don't have swamp things in them. Like there's barely any crypts in this too, but I go to another one and there's going to be like 8 crypts all in a row, lined up nice, probably a bunch of gunk too. There's a crypt here. 1 crypt. It's just empty here. I don't know. Frickin' moron found some gunk next to plains. So it doesn't have to be on the coast. I would have assumed that it wouldn't have been on the coast. It'd be a really weird thing to have. I don't think the game has that kind of detail in it where it cares about that sort of stuff. Like my early theory about deer being like on the outskirts of a forest and by the creek and all that stuff. Like it doesn't care. It really doesn't. It's just random. But the thing with random is you're never really sure if it's random or not, so you try to find some reasoning for it. Okay, well, it was a nice circle we made. Not a damn thing here though, unfortunately. Nothing at all. So fine, we'll boat around a little bit and see. Find out. Find out if it's just like some swamp has it, some don't. I don't care. Need the wood for building things. Don't really need the cores or the stones though. That saying, the cores are a silly cool thing to have. I'm also going to put the hoe away because don't really need that. Put the skulls away, don't really need those, and it looks cool being in the fire. There we go. Some bone fragments too. Oh. Okay. Let's go boating again. And that's boat ingredients, I think, if I ever need to make a new boat. So we'll try then, that was the bone mass runestone. So we'll head down to this very crypt heavy one down by what used to be the Elder runestone. And see what that's got for us then. Take stuff for a new portal. I need a second portal that's just home and it stays as home. Because if I make another portal down there, I have no way to get back. Because the portal I've got at home is already linked up. It's already got a partner. So I need to at some point make like a portal room type thing, which at some point we could do, just like a nice stone structure with alcoves for portals and stuff like that. That could be aight. Like hanging chandeliers and green torches and stuff in front of some, because it's like, oh, that's a spoopy place. We could do that. Sounds fun. Still a little bit concerned that there could be a serpent in my little ocean here. Because, like, the very center of this, I think, was an ocean biome in here somewhere. Like, just a touch of it. Or maybe none of it at all, actually. Yeah, maybe we're okay. The Mage Tower in Stormwind. I was more thinking something like Orgrimmar, but Stormwind's could work too. It's even easier, it's just a couple hallways in that, I don't even have to make it circular. That's easy peasy. Something like that though, yeah. Hell, I could even have science up there too if I wanted. It would be cool to have a dude that you could pray to. Somebody mentioned that it'd be cool to have a one of the boss powers sing like Ike there. As if one of them was the wind was always at your back. I'd be okay with it just being like the wind will be at your back in the direction you're currently facing for X amount of time guaranteed. So if I'm sailing generally eastward, I could be like, ah, point eastward, and we use that, and then the wind's blowing east for 10 minutes or so, you know? I see that working, because always at your back, that's going to be rough to do, because then the player could just spin around and break things. Yeah, circle stuff in here doesn't really work very well. Yeah, and the Stormwind Tower would be a lot easier to make. At least the portal room section of it with the hallways, because it's just a big Just a big T. Basically. It's pretty basic. Could do that though. Probably out of stone. And yeah, like lanterns, and we could have banners everywhere too. Oh, jeez. Maybe. We could put that up for a building project of ours. I still got 7 days to die building projects to do. We still got to get back to 7 days to die one of these days. Finish up our driveway, which is looking okay. Better than nothing, but it's not like super cool looking yet. I don't really know what to do for it to make it look super cool. We'll just have to see how it is when I plop everything down and what I can adjust. Really, Wind, you kidding me here? You motherfucker. It turned with me. Oh, God. Make it so the boat always moves as if the wind is at your back without actually affecting their wind. Could also work generally, sure. Depends how they've got it, because like when you jump on the boat, there's like a micro stutter type thing where it changes the player perspective and all that stuff, and etc. If your boat's like super crooked and stuff and you jump onto the boat, your camera jumps to be super crooked. Like there's an actual the player is now adhered to the boat type thing. So I wonder if you could use the power when standing on the boat. Because surely the game would be able to check then that the player is on the boat. The game knows that. So then having the power limited to only be using when you're on a boat should be okay. And then the power affecting the boat, that I'm not so sure. But that'd be kind of cool to give like a sailor's blessing or something like that. You know, jump onto a boat quick, use the shout, and that boat is now wind immune for 10 minutes or so. That'd be aight too. Well, what if we go this way a bit? By a bit, I mean quite a lot. Just to help us a little bit, because if the wind's even diagonal like this, I think we still get a bit of a boost. It's strange, but you do. At least I feel like I do. And if I feel like I do, and there's just a placebo effect going on, then fine, I still feel like I do. So it's still fine. Can imagine your friend wanted to head west, so you turn east and use the power. Oh, just to troll them? Yeah. Yeah, it could definitely be used in a negative way like that, for sure. If you want the powers to only be beneficial to players, then yeah. Your way would be better, I think. How about this then? We'll just zigzag a lot, how about? I never made more arrows. If we find a serpent, we'll just have to try to run away. They can outrun you technically, but somebody said they managed to outrun a serpent. And at the time I was like, you can't outrun the serpent. You might have just been lucky and it despawned or like got distracted and just like de-aggroed or whatever. Because they do go faster than you, even with the wind at your ass during high waves and all that stuff, so you get the maximum speed. They can still just like, they're so fucking quick when they want to be. But you can get them to de-aggro fairly easily if you just stay away from them and don't attack them. So I'm thinking that might be what they did. And that works. So if we encounter a serpent, we'll just have to do that. Just hightail it out. Don't shoot it, just ignore it and just go where the wind takes us as quickly as possible. Oh, I get it there, and it took me a while. A big T, which flavor? Because it's a T shape. Took me a minute. 5, in fact, but I got it. You still remember playing Ark with a friend and every now and then knocking each other out with tranks and dragging each other into deep water with a sword out like a scene from a Jason movie. Oh god. That sounds like a fun thing for friends to do. It doesn't sound that great actually. Ark's is one of those games I just can't get into it. Like, I've tried a few times. I just can't. It just isn't for me. And I'm okay with accepting that. Like, I just can't. I can't stay motivated. Or it's like justifying why I would want to spend so much time trying to tame this thing when I've already got that thing that does the job. It's like, why? There's no pressing need for me to want to get an upgrade or anything. It just doesn't appeal to me. I don't really care. Maybe I just don't like dinosaurs. I don't know. Yeah, I brought down the taming and hatching modifiers to be a little bit lower because by default it takes like days and days and days and days and days for even some of the more basic things. Way too long. Way more time than I ever felt like putting into it. So I brought that down quite a lot so it was still possible, but I still didn't really care. There's no drive. There's no, the player has to just themselves decide, I want to do this, and they have to just guide themselves to stay engaged like that. Ooh. Wind changing again. Not a lot, unfortunately, but at least it's something. And yeah, I guess I'll mark this. I don't know. I guess. Only thing you saw about Ark was someone setting the poop timer to 0, so you spawned 20 poops per second. That's a good pooping speed. That's faster than me. I'm not really anywhere close to 20 poops per second, personally. I'm impressed. Day 138. Oh god. I always feel like we haven't done anything in this. Every time I see the day counter, it's like, ugh. It's so much time spent doing God knows what. At least from here we can maybe boat around the coast and see if we can find some gunk. Have I been to one of those abyssal coral places before? I have, yeah. I got the dagger. I got the harpoon on the boat. Not that I ever really use it. I got, I think, what I need of chitin. They stick around until you start mining them. I haven't had one leave without me mining it, but yeah, I know, it's like a timed resource grab type thing. Reminds me, do they still have that kind of stuff going on, like shopping sprees? I don't know, was that ever a thing in Europe? Shopping sprees. It'd be like a game show type thing, I think, and that was one of the rewards. It's like, oh, you want a $500 shopping spree. So they have to haul ass through a store and grab as much as they possibly can. Whatever fits into the cart. And they get to just have that for free or something like that. I don't remember if that was just a reward for a show or if that was the show. Man, that was a thing though. That was the show and it was a US thing. Okay. Like, talking about it sounds so fucking boring that I couldn't have imagined that actually just being the show. Sparkle. But yeah, it might have been. I mean, geez, American television. When you start editing video and start paying attention to audio and stuff like that, you start to realize how terrible American TV is. At least the popular stuff. It's so bad. It's so just filled to the brim with stock stuff. The stock sound effects and stock music, and you hear all the ADR, and it's just like, this is pain. I haven't been able to watch. Oh, I see gunk. Haven't been able to watch American TV shows in a long while. My first experience with non-American TV was watching the Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, but like the first one in the UK in like 2004. I think there were a few seasons where he's like actually just a cool dude who helps people, and it's nice having it so real because it's not everything's believable that's happening. It's nothing too wild, and they're not just playing music all the time always. There's no talking head interviews often, except just with Gordon typically, because he's just like, well, these people are real shitheads, and all that. It's a relief. And then it kind of happened to me again here in Germany with the it's a baking show type thing that goes on for, it's like a whole series type thing, like a big season type thing. That sort of deal going on. There's also an American version of it, but it is so much worse because the American one, you get all of a sudden all this music back, the talking heads back, the interviews, and the people being like, oh, I didn't know what to do at that time, it was so horrible, but like it was actually totally fine. And the camera cutting to people gasping, even though the gasping is happening just, it's like some B-roll footage basically that they're using for just like, oh, we just need people to be shocked for a bit, so make shocked faces, and they just dot that in throughout the entire thing. It's all fucked up. It's so manipulative. It's so fucked up. I hate it. I really, really hate it. And you're connected, right? Yeah, that's connected. So we're okay still. Locked, huh? You sure about that? Okay, fine. We'll be sloppy with it. I don't really mind. We're here to get guck anyway. I mean, it's gonna get sloppy regardless. The guy who keeps constantly swearing, that is the American Gordon Ramsay. He's not like that at all. He's actually a really level-headed guy. He's really legit and cool, but him screaming and stuff and being over the top is what pulls in the American audience, so that's just what he is there for that, and the producers demand it, so welcome to manipulative TV! Okay, so there's still a good bit down there. Let's finish this up while we're here, at least. Yeah, not sure what I'm doing with that. You guys like jumping puzzles, right? Is this making anybody like overly nervous, me just creating a jumping puzzle here? I guess he's also like way over the top in the American Kitchen Nightmares as well, because when you look for Kitchen Nightmares, there's the original UK one from 2004 that went on to like 2007, but then there's the American one that was much later. And you'll know immediately which one is which, like straight away. You'll have that narrator starting off the episode with establishing shots of some city, and it'll be in some American town, and then it'll pretty much always go into a talking head immediately of a person being like, oh, my whole restaurant's in shambles, and I'm just gonna totally plug myself here. And it's just like, God, it's such a formula. It's so fucking bad. Don't quite know why, but the fact it's called a guck sack is kind of nauseating. Well, you don't like guck sacks. I find bursting guck sacks to be a little bit cathartic, honestly. Built a 200-meter high spire house that was an impending death with every step. Holy shit. That might get me a bit iffy. The wood platforms though around a tree? Nah, that's okay. Alright, good. That wasn't well, it wasn't as easy as I thought, but this also wasn't as hard as I thought. With that first swamp being totally devoid, I thought we'd be here for a lot longer looking for stuff, but that was quite nice. One tree had everything we needed. Plus a bit. Would like to see inside fewer restaurants' kitchens. What do you mean? Like for the cooking shows and stuff, just like the front of house aspect of it, because not a whole lot going on there. And Elder we can definitely take away, that is absolutely gone. Alright, yeah, there's a little bit of plains down there too. That could be a little like Babby's first plains area. I don't even know what's over here yet. Haven't been out there yet. Could also check that out at some point. Watch Hell's Kitchen for the yelling and swearing. Find it kind of relaxing for some reason. Strange. No, I just find it annoying. Especially when they... Anytime you see the camera just point to some person and they're making an expression and that's all that's in frame, I can kinda guarantee that that's not even at all related to the incident that's currently happening. That's just some totally unrelated, maybe even a different day of filming. Completely unrelated scenario, and they're just like, no, yeah. We'll put that in there because that helps sell the emotion we're trying to give. As the good kitchen's still kind of sketchy. Some really old buildings here with restaurants since like the 1850s. Tiny and dark and don't give you a confidence of cleanliness. I mean, if you're looking for like stainless steel and stuff like that, some of them don't have that, but you know, the cool thing about cooking, though, is, like, you cook the food, and you kill a lot of what's on there. So, even if you're preparing the food on just, like, a brick, I don't really care. Because you're gonna torch the damn thing in a minute anyway, so... doesn't really much matter. And honestly, sometimes that really adds to the flavor, because that's... If they prepare it on a brick, that's also, like, the seasoning brick. So, there's lots of stuff on there, and the flavor all just kind of moves together. I find that kind of the cleaner and more like sterilized a place tries to be, the less tasty the food actually is. Like, it's kind of gross to think about, but at the same time, if they're having to always clean everything, then the only flavor that you get is a flavor that's just from that specific dish, which often isn't really that much flavor. Unless they just butter the hell out of everything. I don't know. Maybe then. Poor guys cooking in a tiny hallway kitchen, very sweaty. Now they wipe their forehead and stuff. It's okay. It ain't bad. It's not like they're dripping their sweat all over your food or anything. Food done in a proper wok is insanely delicious. Also proper barbecue. Yeah, you get all the flavors of just all the stuff mixed together. It's really good. Like it kind of looks a little bit gross, but it's the same deal like with pans, like the frying pans and all that. The fat and stuff from the last dish, leave it in there. That'll mix into the next one. Totally fine. Who cares, you know? You fry up some pork in oil, leave it. That'll be a nice non-stick base for some chicken that you fry or something. You know? It's some stuff you don't really want to mix, but you just don't mix that and then you're okay. Layers of delicious sesame, layers of it just being peeled off. I don't know. Maybe not layers of it. But yeah, definitely. Like, that's one of the major appeals to cast iron stuff, is because it gets quote-unquote seasoned. So you don't really need to... Oh yeah, we're right here. You don't really need to worry too much about cleaning it, because even sometimes the cleaning can kind of ruin the seasoning a bit. If you season it properly, it really doesn't matter, even if you use soap and everything. But like, you don't need to clean it. And because of that, it kind of encourages this transfer of flavor from dish to dish to dish. And because it's cast iron, it never really wears down, ever. Frickin' moron with a gifted sub, though no notification for it or anything. But thank you, frickin' moron. Tier 1 sub to Doiseus or so. Gifted 27 thus far on the channel. Thank you very much for that, and welcome, Doiseus. Maybe Douches? I don't know. But anyone who puts soap in your cast iron? Yeah, no, you don't do that. If it's seasoned right, it's okay to use soap. Technically, it's fine, unless you're like also scrubbing like a motherfucker, because it's an actual layer. It glazes on. Soap's not gonna take that away. Hello? Wow, we're really tucking in there, huh? Yeah, that works. It's fine. Fine by me. But still, you don't really do that. I mean, it's just the principle of the thing. Also, you don't. Bit of food. It seems like Streamlabs might be a bit... I might have to, like, re-log into Streamlabs again. Does that sometimes. Let's see here. Because for some reason it just some days just decides like, you know what, I'm not actually going to connect. I always got to redo it. Recent events, pop that out. Let it load. Okay, cool. Close and redo it. Redo it? There it goes. Okay, got it. Fixed it. Thank you, frickin' moron. Ugh. Okay, cool. And, well, we'll see about food later on. So what all do we need? It was ancient bark, definitely. The 20 silver. Already carrying too much. What? Oh, the wood. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Ten bark, 2 hide, 10 gunk. And then yeah, the ancient bark. 10 of it. husband was very excited when he found a chainmail scrubber for cast iron. Am I wrong in imagining just like a fistful of chainmail balled up? That sounds fucking awesome. But for cast iron though? Like what? Strange. Dogger Fang. And if I wanted to upgrade that, it requires a bit more guck and silver, and we don't upgrade this. This stays as is. 47 pierce, bit of poison, a little stronger, and it does the poison, which is quite nice. Which I'd like to imagine turns into a bit of a poison dot. But it's just a bit of poison damage that's added onto whatever I fire. Could also literally just add poison damage when poison damage is dealt, so firing poison arrows from it is more effective. I don't think that's the case though. I think if I were to head over, look at this thing. Oh my god, it's so shiny. Wow. I think it has just its own little poison dot that it applies. So if I ever fire a poison arrow from it, it'll be a bit stronger, but I can also fire a fire arrow through it, and it will still be a little bit stronger. So like I'll take a few of these. Need to resort my entire everything here. Yikes. Probably get rid of a decent portion of that. And I need something kind of healthy. I don't know if an aggro deer would be enough. Need like a fat gray dwarf or something. You know, it just kills it straight away. Little armor washcloth for cleaning dishes. Only good for cast iron. Scrubs off stuff without soap. Strange. But like I said though, with cast iron treating, like it's an actual like layer of stuff that just adheres to it. So if you do it right, you don't need to even really worry about soap. As long as you're not using something like super duper scratchy, because it's a bit of a scratch resistant thing, but like if you're using steel wool and really going for it, you know, you'll probably rip through. I don't know. Trying to think of something healthy enough. Like soon we should be getting some skeletons, I suppose. We can find out with them, but I don't even know if they get poisoned, so might not. Starting to look like an Asian MMO, right? Oh my god, this bow is so enchanted. Like holy fuck, holy! I need like massive shoulder pads that are twice the size of my torso. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to experiment with that and find out exactly how that's working, but in theory I think I can get both dots rolling at the same time on a boss, and that'd be a nice just additional bit of damage that we're doing. Would be nice. I guess this fine wood bow can just go elsewhere, and then I need just, I think, wood and obsidian. No, feathers I also need. Which feathers I might actually be out of. Kind of. Getting there. Wood, obsidian. I think I need the forge. Which... Well, I want you on the other wall. I guess that's okay. Okay, it is actually the work. What am I missing? Oh, I grabbed the wrong wood. This is too fancy for an arrow. Oh. Okay. Jeez. Got a load of Yeti over here. I'll make a little more of this. A little more of that. And then a good amount of this. Bone-tipped arrows would be great. These bone shards, I don't know what the point is of them, but I got a bunch. And not a whole lot to do with them. And because skeletons are standard fare kind of throughout the entire game. I have no idea. I don't know if there's like a secret hidden use to them. Or what the deal is. Kind of also the same with the Great Dwarf Eyes. Like, you get so many of these things, I don't know what to do with them either. Right, arrows. Doot and doot. So that's a bit of both. So when I fight, I'd like to have the bow with like 2, 3, and then 4, and then like my mason shield. So I can really quickly just like poison arrow and swap over fire and fire that. And get them both rolling at the same time. Hey, Great Dwarf Eyes are used a little bit for brewing, but not a whole lot. Not much at all. We'll see what they end up doing with them. Maybe they got a plan for it and it's just not in yet. Totally possible. No. Feathers, not wood. And then obsidian. Sure. Right, the Dwarf Eye. Bit of food, bit of leather, bit of wood. Okay. And we will sleep, maybe do a bit of gardening, maybe make some more carrot soup. So I got a bit of food. Or, actually, you know what? They're not grown yet. I'm gonna, because I've already got the ingredients for it. I just need more mushrooms eventually. But I'm gonna make a little bit now. We're gonna build a portal. Or move the portal. Something regarding a portal. Keep our food going for a little bit, though. And then... Ooh. A lot of sausages I can make. Good deal. Right now, that's fine. The portals. 2 cores. 20 fine wood, 10 eyes. And then 4 cores. And 40 eyes. Heard someone breaking something. Oh, just 20 eyes. Oops. Oh well. I will, for now, put you here. And we call you... Motor. All uppercase. Okay. And then I got the ingredients for another one. We will sail down to Mount Legitimate. We will build it. And then I guess port back for any last minute stuff. Do we attempt the boss as we are now? Probably upgrade some armor at least. Like, we got the silver for it, right? Probably do that. Like, upgrade the shield at least a little bit. Oh yeah, wolf pelts, right. 20 fine wood to upgrade that again. Fine. Got plenty of it. And that's already maxed. Okay, then I just need wolf pelts. But that puts us in kind of an okay spot, I suppose. I needed 20 fine wood. So that's what I need for the portal. Those can go back in this chest. We will head out. Place the portal down by Mount Legitimate. And then we're ready. And then I guess I could attempt the boss too. May as well. I can't really think of much else that I want to do aside from just upgrading a bunch. We'll probably need some frost resistance potions. If bone mass taught me anything, it's that potions are an important thing to have. So we'll see about getting some of those, so I got them, just in case. And then bringing along the really good food. Aubrey83 with Prime Gaming, thank you very much. Welcome, first month. Happy to have you. Hope all's well with you. We'll obviously be busting out like the serpent stew and all the really good foods for it too. Hopefully stamina won't be so much of an issue. Frost potions just as a precaution. Because I'd like to think it goes all out with the biome, so it'll be like blizzard weathers and it'll be kind of flying a little bit here and there, so maybe a bit tough to see. Some sort of a breath attack type thing. Not sure. But we'll bring a bunch of stuff to be ready for kind of whatever it throws at me. I'll be ready for it. Lurking, working from home, enjoying Valheim. Nice. Hey, have a nice lurk. Also working at home. Very nice. Oh right, the bone mass down there. Forgot about that. I don't know if this was an inlet or a bay, or no, it must not lead through. There's no way out. It must just be a bay, or I don't know. Maybe we fill it out just to be thorough. Check if the potion makes you very resistant to frost compared to the resistance the armor does. Well, when I drink the potion, even if it's like blizzard inside the biome, I don't take freezing damage anymore. Like I'm immune to that. whereas the armor doesn't really stack, the potion seems to. So I reckon the potion's better than the armor for that. So if we need to have it for the boss, then we'll have some for the boss. Because I'm not going to trust the armor is going to be enough on its own to do the trick. That's okay. Hi, troll. Hi, other troll. Right into his back. Are you taking extra lots damage? Well, he's in water now, so no idea. We also didn't get damage numbers because he was too far away. But hey, I'm sure that hurt. Like a lot. Working from home is the bane of your existence. You don't like it. It's just because of the type of work you gotta do, or hard to stay focused, maybe. Those burning think you saw green clouds around him? Yeah, I think he maybe got a bit of both. Yeah, I can't concentrate at home. Yeah, I could see that. That'd be a bit of the struggle as well. I mean, heck, I even have that doing this, where it's just like, streaming helps because it's a lot more just engaging with people, so it's just kind of me playing whatever I feel like playing and streaming it at the same time. It's already kind of relaxing. It's not really work, but like recording a Let's Play and doing the editing and all that, that kind of is. So it's tough to stay motivated to doing all of that stuff, you know, while at home. You do the same Twitch on one screen, code editor on the other. I think a lot of people have me in just the background and they kind of like half lurk, half watch, which is fair enough. That's fine. Some people use me just to help them fall asleep. A lot of you just using me for a bit of noise while you do work. That's fine. Doesn't matter while you watch. The fact that you do watch and hang out, totally fine. Hey, how you doing, Kanata? Good morning to you. Personally doing quite okay. Gonna be a shorter stream today though, like probably actually gonna wrap it up here soon. Because I got a lot of stuff I gotta get done today still. Wasn't able to do it tomorrow. Or yesterday, rather. And I'd like to have it done before tomorrow. So we'll probably plop down the portal. Maybe give the boss like an attempt. Depends if I have the frost potions and what I need to make them, because I'd like to try it with frost potions, I think. Although I guess I could try without. Nah, because if it blizzards in the mountain biome, we take freezing damage all the time. Like, that's all it takes. So if it rains while the boss is up, then that's it, that's that. You know, I'm gonna see how far this in actually goes. Maybe it's still a pretty okay parking spot. You're modding Fallout New Vegas with me on the second screen. There you go. Man, I'm a little sad that my modded New Vegas thing never really took off. Just too many issues and audio mishaps. I wonder what mod was fucking it all up. It was very frustrating to debug. And then not really wanting to do just like a vanilla New Vegas thing. Although, God, at this point, I'd maybe even be okay with just vanilla New Vegas. It just sucks because when one thing starts going wrong, it presents symptoms in just the weirdest way. Like, you wouldn't have guessed that it was actually this causing the issue, but it was this affecting this, which is causing that to do this, which is causing the issue. But it doesn't... It's like trying to debug a Windows stopcode sometimes, where it's like, oh, yeah, you know, some, you know, fucking random network system driver caused an error, but it was actually something else that caused the error that caused this to do that, which then caused network to throw a fit. And it's just like, well, that was the last thing that complained, so that must be it. Yeah, it's kind of a cool view here. I like this. Nice bay with a mountain that we're heading toward. This is great. Holy shit. I might build a summer home here. Or a winter home, I guess. This is cool. I like it. Mount Legitimate is great. Look how legit it is, too. Its name is no lie. Thinking of renting an office space just to be able to work separate work and personal life. That's an idea. If you have trouble concentrating. Like a studio apartment or something like that, right? That's the idea behind them, at least. It's a bit of a run from here, though, is the downside, but man. You know what I might do is just build a second little home down here with a bed. Still a portal, obviously, but like it's a nice safe meadows. We could build a little house here with a bed. And this could actually just be a second little hangout spot, and then we can just respawn here when we die. We don't even have to worry about portaling back or anything like that. We could just respawn straight away next to a mountain. It's nice here. Maybe that's something that we do as like a little bit of tomorrow stream type thing. It's like I kind of want to attempt this guy, but at the same time. Oh yeah, basic wood, right. That's a thing. Alright, I will head over there. I'll scout the area and see what we've got to deal with. But I don't think I'm gonna attempt the guy tonight or today. I think I just see and I tease a bit. We get a little lay of the land. But then tomorrow, when I pick this up again, we can see about building a little hovel for resting with a chest with spare gear and stuff in it. We can get that out of our main house, which will be kind of nice also, just to have it out of there. Still have the portal here, obviously, too, to help mule stuff back and forth. Still very useful to have. But then if we die, we can just really quickly spawn here. We're already ready to just charge right back in. It's a little bit of a run, but not the worst thing ever, I think. We'll see. We'll see what the area is like out there. For now, though. Workbench. Portal. Motor. Docked. So that's set. So let's investigate. What do we got? I'll eat a little bit of food for it. Portal room here too, separate living and working space in game as well. Nah, I'd want that to be at our house. I want it to be like a proper village type thing. Otherwise, we'd have to just do so much boating all the time. Unless I have a port to the portal room, and then like it's just a big interconnect, just a portal interchange. Oh god, yeah, no, I don't really want that. I think. New base is constant for the rest of the week. Nah, it doesn't take that long. Couple stacks of wood. I'll have a little shack put together real quick. I've gotten pretty fast at doing it. I made a lot of little shacks in my non-stream save to help me out with swamps, because I wanted an area that I could deposit stuff and also sleep, so I wasn't out at night, because nighttime swamp sucks. So I could go out, mine, bring it back to a chest, and then sort stuff, repair stuff, and head out again. And then boat back with a big boat when I had several stacks of iron. So I made a lot of little houses in the swamps before that. Because as luck would have it, I always built a house at a place and I'd be like, this is a cool swamp. But it turns out actually to be like a really garbage swamp. That's terrible and awful. But no, not a big proper base. Literally just like a house to sleep in and a campfire to sleep by. And just a respawn point, really, to save me a little bit of work. And maybe one day become something more. Probably not, though, honestly. Didn't mean to use fire arrows, but hey, that's fine. Did you drop a head by chance? Don't even see its body. Okay. Okay. The Zen-like stones? Yeah, I don't know. They're just a thing. I think it's just rock. Well, he didn't like that, but that's his problem. Did he even make it up here? Nah. No. Oh well. Well, the glow. I would need to fight something that can be both poisoned and also on fire. The big rock can be neither of those, so I don't think that's really a conclusive test if I were to shoot that. I think one of those trolls would be best. I just gotta be closer to them so I can actually see numbers and get a good view of what exactly is happening. Don't get why it glows, looks a bit too MMO. I think because of the guck. It could just be that guck glows. I don't know why it glows the color that it glows. But guck glows when it's on the tree. It's used in torches to make it glow a different color. It is a little bit obnoxious though, to be fair. I don't mind it too terribly much. Look at me using the knife again. Ah. Really? I like the knife because it barely uses any stamina. You get a lot of attacks out of it. Like that a lot. Bit high. Oh. Hey! So, Mount Legitimate, we can hide your marker. We'll put you down here. Move you somewhat, because we might have gravestone markers and stuff going on. Made a mistake and made the silver sword has such an awkward attack animation. I don't plan on using it at all, or even making it. 40 silver is a lot. Not that silver is hard to come by per se, I don't wanna. Yeah, we're getting a couple numbers there. Yeah, I think it ticks them both. Whoops. Yeah, I can't really see the second number, but it does tick for that as well. Come on, spot me. Ugh. Shield. What the hell? Shield. There we go. Man. Could work. I don't know if it's really worth it because the dot's usually pretty weak, but it's something. If it's something that's got the, like a flying phase or so, we can just like, you know, a bit of extra damage through it that way. I wish I could aim up and down so I'm not just hitting the ground all the time. Like, ugh. It happened to it also. It attacked too high and missed me. So I guess it screws us both over. But man, that's really obnoxious when that happens. Don't have the stamina for that. With the knife, though, much easier. Oh, just get over there. I don't care if you have no stamina. Get up there. You janky animation man. Ugh. So what are we fighting on here? Just some part of the mountain, I guess. Not really flat or clear or... anything. I mean, we could clear it out, I suppose, and flatten it up a little bit. Sacrifice her spawn. Yo. 3 eggs we need. Okay. So we need a, I think I have 3, actually. I was gonna say we need another one. We can find the, but probably, I can't word today, can probably find it on this mountain because it's big enough, but like literally right over there, actually. Convenient. I guess we'll plop it down. I want to be using this arrow right now. Yoink. So then I just have to wagon over 2 eggs. There. There another one like right next to us again that I don't even have to wagon over any. Womp. Okay. So difficult shooting down because the arrow flies out at a weird spot. Oi. Did you drop a head? Yeah, you did. Nice. So we can also make a helmet now. Haha. Good deal. There's no way the game is actually this quiet, considering where the effect volume is right now. Every stream I have to turn it up more and more and more, and it's just getting quieter and quieter. This game's ducking is so fucked. Does the bow charge faster? Nah, not really. Nothing hugely noticeable. And it doesn't really feel like it has much more power over the previous bow either, so the trajectory is kind of the same. I think just the first couple of bows, they fire a bit different, but then when you get to the, how about, what, the finewood bow, I guess? Then it's kind of okay. Wow, okay. Bye! The hell? He does not say period for long. Shut up. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Pop. Ah, fuck, that hurt. Yeah, well. Alright, one more egg. I'm a little bit positive it'll be somewhere around. Yeah, there's one over there again. So I guess there's that. Like, we could try it right now, but I think I wait. Ha 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 ha. I'll leave it at a bit of a tease. Feel like knitting a cute top for those eggs. Maybe an Easter chicken, like the little yellow chick hat thing or so. That'd be cute. Keep them warm. And then the mom dragon comes back and it's like, oh, you took such good care of my eggs, thanks. And then she eats me anyway. Very cool. Not the best descent spot here. Gotta be said. Oh yeah, true. No, yeah, she'd slap me unconscious and just let her children eat me. Yeah, that's more accurate, probably. Oof, doesn't like the poison, huh? What I was thinking is we do like this sort of thing. And then I 6 over to fire arrows and get that going. Then back to poison. Something like that, so there's like both of them ticking, but it seems like it doesn't really... The dot doesn't last long enough, it seems. Don't know if that's worth it. I may as well just hit them with whatever arrow seems to do more damage. The idea was there, though. We'll still probably try it and see. Maybe against a boss with a larger health bar and all that, it's more noticeable. Mr. Golem is still up over there somewhere. If this were any other survival game, that would be a completely busted leg that would take 3 hours IRL to heal up. With treatment. Yeah, this can all teleport back with me, no problem. Good luck with the wyvern thing. See ya. .4 damage. Ha ha ha. Cool heal. Gotta get out of here. Run! Yeah, I think it's the guck that makes the bow glow. Silver sword doesn't glow. I think it's got to be the guck. Oh, hi. Feathers! Thank you. But yeah, we can get the really good food. I can also now make the helmet, since I have a second trophy now. But do I have the other materials? I don't know. Not sure. We'll find out. But that'll be a little more armor for us. That should bring me up to, what? 63, it looks like, maybe. Could be okay. But we'll pick this up tomorrow. Because again, ending the stream quite a lot early today. Typically I'd be going for another 3 to 4 hours. Well, 3 hours. But I got a lot of stuff to do today. Still. So, 20 silver. 20 silver! Okay. Well, maybe we do that, maybe we don't. I don't know. Probably not, though. Seems like, yeah, we'll, shit, I don't even know if I even do a bed over there. I don't know. We will get the third egg, though. Definitely. Probably just on that island, because I saw, I think, 2 other spots that there's eggs. Summon it up. Probably kill it up. Probably, like, no problem. I do want frost resistance potions, which I might have to make more of. Looks like I do. So we'll see about that. But we'll give it a go tomorrow. Probably take it out tomorrow as well. I can't imagine us, if we fail once, we'll just be like, oh, okay, it's because I completely forgot X, and then we'll just go get X and it'll be fine. So, yes, tomorrow. And then, plains stuff, which as far as I know is basically the end of the game. Currently is plains. There's nothing really, like, there's other places you can go, but there's no reason to. So, we're kind of already almost done with Valheim for now, which is strange. Having a good time with it, though. I like it, though. I like a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing what this does in the future. But, like, I think when I take out the plains boss, it's just, like, it's just kind of like a free play thing then. Like, there's no next boss to take out or anything.